Hello, welcome back to Let's Play Jane's Fighters Anthology as we continue with the reference materials. Now, today we'll be going over the X-31 EFM. Rockwell DASA X-31 EFM. Title Rockwell DASA X-31 EFM. Type Single Seat Combat Maneuverability Research Aircraft. Program evolved from work begun at MBB, now Deutsche Aerospace Military Aircraft Division, in 1977. Joined by Rockwell in 1983. Feasibility study began November of 1984, followed by U.S.-German Memorandum of Understanding May of 1986, and start of one-year Phase 2 Vehicle Preliminary Design September of 1986. Two prototypes funded August 1988 and assembled by Rockwell under a 22-month Phase 3. First prototype, BU-Air number 164584, rolled out 1st of March 1990, making first flight 11th of October 1990. First flight of second prototype, 164585, 19th of January 1991. First aircraft made first flight with thrust vectoring paddles installed 14th February 1991. Post-stall testing started November of 1991, and 52 degrees angle of attack reached by end of 1991. After a total of 108 flights, International Test Organization formed when testing moved to Dryden in January of 1992. Phase 4 high angle of attack tests started June 1992. Final target 70 degrees AOA with 45 degrees bank reached 18th of September. First ever 360 degree rolls at 70 degrees AOA performed 6th of November. Post-stall program completed March of 1993 and followed by tactical utility trials with the other X-31 with post-stall controls disabled. Then dissimilar combat against various operational aircraft. On 17th of March 1994, X-31 climbed to 11,582 meters or 38,000 feet and showed stability and maneuverability at Mach 1.2 with normal fin and rudder neutralized by other controls and using only engine thrust vectoring for directional control. First 180 degree turn at 70 degrees AOA achieved 29th of April 1993. 1993 dogfights against an evenly matched FA-18, the X-31 showed high lethality in attack and good survival in defensive situations. Some flights were flown with the pilot wearing a GEC Marconi Avionics Viper visual and audio display helmet and fighting a virtual enemy generated by another pilot in a dome simulator on the ground. Funding ended in April 1994, but other funds are keeping the program alive until a new 20-month series of tests can be started in October. Design features: low-mounted cranked delta wings with Rockwell transonic aerofoil section, thickness core ratio of 5.5%, incorporating camber and twist. No dihedral or anhedral, incidence 0 degrees, sweep back at quarter chord, 48 degrees 6 minutes inboard, 36 degrees 36 minutes outboard, sweep back 4 planes, fin and rudder. No horizontal tail surfaces. Design integrates several technologies to expand maneuvering and flight envelope, including vector thrust, integrated control systems, and pilot assistance. Enhanced maneuverability could yield significant exchange ratio advantage in future close-in fighter combat. The X-31 is intended to break so-called stall barrier by allowing close-in aerial combat beyond normal stall angles of attack. Design also expected to enable extremely rapid target acquisition and fuselage pointing for future low-speed transonic and supersonic engagements. Earlier programs such as the Rockwell HIMAT RPV and MBB's TKF-90 contributed much useful data to X-31 design and development. Rockwell primarily responsible for configuration, aerodynamics, and construction. DASA for control systems and thrust vectoring design, plus some major components and subassemblies, including wings. Landing gear: Monasco landing gear adapted from F-16. Hydraulically retractable tricycle type, main units retracting forward in the fuselage, nose unit rearward. Main units have Goodrich Cessna Citation 3 wheels and brakes and Vought A7D tires, pressure 15.51 bars, or 225 pounds per square inch. Syndex tail braking parachute. Power plant: 171.17 kilonewton or 16,000 pound force class with afterburning General Electric F404 GE400 turbofan. Single tank, fuel tank and fuselage with gravity feed filler just aft of canopy. single ventral air intake with movable lower lip. Combination pilot only, a Martin Baker SJU-5/6 ejection seat and pressurized heated and air-conditioned cockpit. Windscreen and rear hinged upward opening canopy from McDonnell Douglas FA-18 Hornet. General Electric's Aerospace Business Group assisted in cockpit development. Dimensions: external, wingspan 7.26 meters or 23 feet 10 inches. Wing aspect ratio 2.51. Core plane span 2.64 meters or 8 feet 8 inches. Length overall including nose probe 14.85 meters or 48 feet 8.5 inches. Excluding probe 13.21 meters or 43 feet and 4 inches. Fuselage excluding probe 12.39 meters or 40 feet 8 inches. Height overall 4.44 meters or 14 feet 7 inches. Wheel track 2.29 meters or 7 feet 6 1/3 inches. Wheelbase 3.51 meters or 11 feet 6 1/3 inches. Weights and loadings: weight empty, equipped 5,175 kilograms or 11,410 pounds. Fuel weight 1,876 kilograms or 4,136 pounds. Normal flying weight 6,622 kilograms or 14,600 pounds. Max takeoff weight 7,228 kilograms or 15,935 pounds. Performance estimated at max takeoff weight: never exceed velocity and max level speed, sea level to 8,535 meters or 28,000 feet, 1,485 knots or 2,752 kilometers per hour or 1,710 miles per hour. From 8,535 meters to 12,000 meters or 28,000 to 40,000 feet, Mach 1.3. Max rate of climb at sea level 13,106 meters or 43,000 feet per minute. Max operating altitude 12,200 meters or 40,000 feet. Takeoff run 457 meters or 1,500 feet. Takeoff to 15 meter or 50 feet, 823 meters or 2,700 feet. Landing from 15 meters or 15 feet, 1,128 meters or 3,700 feet. Landing run 823 meters or 2,700 feet. Design G limits +9 and -4. Length 14.85 meters, height 4.44 meters, wingspan 7.26 meters. Max takeoff weight 7,228 kilograms. Takeoff run 457 meters. Landing run 823 meters. Max rate of climb 13,106 meters per minute. Service ceiling 12,200 meters. And here you can see I very rarely use this. I think mostly I only use it when the game forced me to. Oh, you can kind of see the little, I assume that's to help with the thrust factoring, these little surfaces on the rear. And you can definitely tell it's kind of a cobbled together design, like someone crossed an F-16, an F-18, and a Eurofighter Typhoon. And they said they had like landing gear from the A-7, but a very interesting design. I wouldn't be surprised if in the future, now that they're trying to push the loyal wingman drone concept, honestly, I think something like this might be like a good basis for it. You know, it's small, can carry some ordnance, and you know, by being small and relatively cheaper, you could produce a lot of them. So, we might see more of these in the future, maybe. But for now, we have some videos to go over, so let's start with a design video.
With the March 1990 rollout of the X-31A Enhanced Fighter Maneuverability Demonstrator, a new, exciting era of experimental flight testing began. Two X-31 EFM demonstrators were designed and built by a team from Rockwell North American Aircraft and Deutsche Aerospace and are now flown under the auspices of the International Test Organization, whose members include NASA, the Advanced Research Projects Agency, the U.S. Navy, the U.S. Air Force, Rockwell, Deutsche Aerospace, and the German Federal Ministry of Defense. Shortly after rollout, the sleek and agile X-31 lifted off a Palmdale, California runway and began testing technologies designed to allow close-in aerial combat way beyond normal flight envelope parameters. The X-31 uses canards, thrust vectoring, and integrated control systems to essentially break the lift barrier and allow the highly maneuverable aircraft to turn and point at targets more quickly. The X-31 program pushes the conventional envelope beyond the limit into the realm of post-stall maneuvering and demonstrates that enhanced maneuverability will be crucial to future combat success.
Alright, now that we've seen that, let's see the maneuvers video.
The X-31 has achieved spectacular program milestones, beginning with the successful execution of the Herps maneuver, an extremely high angle of attack maneuver coupled with a 180-degree heading change. A refinement of the Herps maneuver, known as the J-turn, enables the X-31 to quickly change heading within a small turning radius. Here, long-range tracking cameras catch this unique X-31 maneuver. Recently, the X-31 was pitted against a NASA F-18 in a series of air-to-air engagements that were electronically scored. This is a visual representation of one such engagement. At the initiation of each encounter, the setups were from both neutral and disadvantaged positions, but in both scenarios, the X-31 achieved victory in a vast majority of battles. Here, the X-31's HUD shows the F-18 being tracked and electronically destroyed, once again demonstrating that turning inside an enemy aircraft is key to achieving a quick target acquisition and kill. X-31 pilots have been testing the Viper Helmet-Mounted Visual Audio Display, or HMVD. The helmet is readily adaptable to the X-31's unique maneuvering capabilities. It allows the eyes to freely scan for potential bogeys instead of glancing down or forward to the instrument panel or HUD.
Yeah, when this game came out, helmet-mounted displays were generally first coming out. The Soviets had managed the basic version, maybe as far back as the 80s even, as I know the East German pilots, when they got folded, when they reunified with West Germany to make Germany, when they did some of the early NATO dogfights while they still had their arsenal MiG-29s, they were able to use those helmet-mounted displays to stick missiles onto aircraft from wider angles than Western aircraft could. But now, helmet-mounted displays are pretty ubiquitous. Everyone kind of has them. But I think I even mentioned I basically changed some settings in the game, like the targeting info stuff, to simulate having a helmet-mounted display on. Excuse me. But that will be all for this video. Stay tuned for the next one, and until then, thank you all for watching, and stay tuned for next time, and stay safe out there, and we'll see you then.